Welcome back to Pattrn. Every 40 days, a language dies. And many of these languages, I know, that is a shocking statistic. Many of these languages are disappearing, and disappearing fast as a result of climate change.
Yeah, and Luisa Daigneault is a program director for the Living Tongues Institute for Endangered Languages and is here to help us understand the problem. So as we were shocked by that number, how really does climate impact language?
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. So the climate crisis is impacting so many things around the world, including languages. We have over 3,000 endangered and threatened languages around the world, and they're being affected by deforestation, rising sea levels, drought, forest fires. This is causing a lot of migration around the world, and that's causing language shift to dominant languages. So those are some of the forces at play, along with bias and oppression that are affecting these languages.
You said 3,000 languages are in concern. Just real quick, how many languages do we have on this planet?
We have almost 7,000 languages on this planet.
Got it. So
the fact that it's 3,000 is
that's a huge chunk. So why are we looking at, specific regions for the loss of these languages?
Well, we're looking worldwide. In almost every country, there are endangered languages. In particular, when you're talking about the climate crisis, there are a lot of languages at risk in the Amazon region, throughout the Pacific Islands, throughout Asia, Siberia, and other places in the world.
Now, impacted communities don't just lose their language. I mean, they're also losing their cultures, right, when they have to assimilate. Are there things that we can do to help preserve some of these traditions?
Yes, there's something that everyone can do, no matter where they are in the world, is really give value to local cultures and languages by supporting communities who are speaking different languages that are not the dominant languages, and also empower grassroots activists and really give them the value that they need to build resources in their languages.
So if we're seeing these languages are kind of dying out, what is a way to halt that or slow it down or stop it altogether?
Well, one of the things we're doing at Living Tongues Institute is that we're helping communities build living dictionaries online, which is they are digital storehouses of information that contain words and phrases, audio recordings, videos, and images related to languages and cultures that are at risk. So that is a tangible way that we can help people store the information and store the knowledge that's being lost so that future generations can access this information.
Why is it so important that we continue to speak these tongues and don't let them just go by the wayside? Is it merely just to figure out the history of an area, or why is it so important overall?
Well, languages are a window into humanity's diversity and capability. They represent our thousands upon thousands of years of life on this planet. Every language contains ecological gems that are really important to conserve. For example, you have many different words and phrases in different languages related to weather that might not exist in English or French or Spanish or Chinese or other dominant languages. So, for example, in languages like Apatani, you have a word that's pronounced approximately domindoke, which is fatigue due to a change in weather. So that's a word we don't have the equivalent in English, for example.
We need to adopt that, though. We should adopt some of these, words or sentences. Like Arabic, haboob came from an Arabic word, which is something that we use, and we use some of these.
I mean, I know we have a lot of them, whether it's a Greek background, but I guess maybe it would be a little hard getting all the languages together. But I think it's really cool that you guys are actually kind of putting this into a living dictionary. Do you think we might get to a point 100 or 200 years down the road where we have lost some of these languages, but then we have this living dictionary and then the language kind of reappears after people learn it again?
Yes, absolutely. There are already many communities who have lost their languages around the world due to the forces of colonization and other forces. And we see those communities getting in touch with us and wanting to revive the languages that were already gone. And so they're using archives, recordings, anything they can find to revive their languages. So it's already happening now.
Well, it's cool. Really good work and cool work that you're doing. Luisa Daigneault, Program Director for the Living Tongues Institute for Endangered Languages. Thank you. So by the way, how many languages can you speak? Are you super into language, or you're just part of the organization?
I'm part of the organization. I speak English, French, and Spanish. I'm learning Quechua a little bit, which was my grandmother's native language in Peru.
Yeah.
And I get a chance to work with dozens of different languages every day. So I'm very thankful for this job.
Super cool and impressive.
Cool.
Thank you very much for that. And